I can't believe what I'm watching right now. What's going on, guys? It's your boy Fail. Today we are dumping into Atlantis. This is season number 2, episode number 13.
Bruh, chill.
Last episode we had an epiphany. Today we will find out what's going on in the Big P. Smack the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and let's see what's going on today. Alright, the base is looking clean. Zelenka is not feeling it today.
M7G677.
The sad boy yet?
Hey, don't worry, they're a great group of kids. You're gonna love them.
My sister has a child. He breaks things. He throws things. He smears things onto furniture.
My man has problems
You still here?
with the
We were
youths.
just leaving.
Well, do say hi to the kids for me.
I actually think Roddy's has pretty good chemistry. Yo, he's big
Two
man.
Wraith cruisers. Short but intense energy bursts passing between them.
They're fighting each other.
That's good news.
Certainly is.
This is
If
the
there's
last
any change of
episode.
course at all, let me know.
Got things bumping in the galaxy. Oh! Hello!
Just cut short a call with the Secretary of State. I hope this is worth it.
I'm sorry, sir, but a situation is developing that you need to be made aware
Whoa!
of.
All right, then, make me aware of it.
Whoa!
The Goa'uld have infiltrated the highest ranks of the organization. We've discovered that their access to government agencies has gone a lot deeper than we realized.
Yo, what am I watching? SG or Atlantis?
Atlantis. They planted a bomb somewhere in the city.
Ew! Trust me, this is gonna be a good episode. Oh my goodness. That was the most surprising. That's probably the most like shocked I've been to see the Cheyenne Mountain opening location shot. Interesting. We have operatives inside of the Big P, let alone at the A. So that's why they had Zelenka off planet. They needed a reason to have Rodney on base to find out where it is.
I don't understand. Why
Critical
would
mass.
the Goa'uld want to blow up Atlantis? I mean, I'd think they'd be eager to get their hands on all that ancient technology.
They're more concerned about the Wraith finding their way to this galaxy. Last thing they need right now is another enemy to contend with. The intel we have suggests a lower-level operative planted the bomb.
Okay.
Which means we're dealing with a human.
The bomb is said to be detonated the next time Atlantis dials Earth.
What?
So the Trust have probably set up a transmitter close to Cheyenne Mountain to be detonated at the exact moment that the wormhole is established.
We have to warn them. We have to tell them not to dial Earth.
How? Even if we had the kind of power needed to dial Atlantis, we couldn't because that would detonate the bomb. You'll find another way to get the message to them.
Subspace?
I will.
Of course you will. That's what I pay you for.
I, for one, am a fan of Lee. He's had one of the most subtle but nice character progressions in the back half of the series.
Catman? What are you doing here?
Well, it's good to see you too, Rodney. I asked Colonel Shepard if I could stay around a little while longer.
Oh, fine.
I would think after all this time you'd stop being creeped out by her.
She just has a way of getting under my skin.
Quite literally.
Literally.
Damn, we're really in a timeline with the Wraith, the Priors, and the Goa'uld.
Accompany me to the mainland. A woman who is very close to me, Charon.
Oh, yes, I remember her. Sweet lady.
I have just received word that she is very ill. I was wondering if you could look at her.
Of course, love. Say no more.
He said say less.
Okay. Since we can't dial the gate to Atlantis, we have no way to get a warning to them except by use of a subspace data burst transmission, using the Daedalus as one of the relay points.
I thought you
Nice.
said the Daedalus was too far away for our transmitter to reach.
It is.
You get a gate to another address?
P4M.
Nice.
399.
Get in
It's
range.
It's a tiny little planet right on the very outskirts of our galaxy.
Yep.
They should be close enough to relay the information to the Daedalus and then
To
they
relay
can-
it.
It's like the Twilight Bark, 101 Dalmatians. Didn't you guys see that movie? My kids love it. And well, okay, so there's all these dogs.
No, sir.
So one barks here, one barks here.
So
They
it's
send
chainmail?
a message across the country.
Or broken telephone?
Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings.
Yayo!
Like all those signal fires on the
Yeah!
mountaintops. You saw that, right?
I believe we have work to do.
Right.
He's the reference king.
Gear up.
Colonel Caldwell, we just received a subspace transmission from an SG team on P4M399. Do not dial gate to Earth. A Trust operative has planted a bomb in Atlantis to be detonated upon completion of dialing sequence.
Are we still in range to relay the message to Atlantis?
No.
What do you mean?
Who's that, Kavanaugh?
Oh, it's him.
Colonel.
It's him. It's him. It's Kavanaugh. I knew it. Yeah, the one time they bring this fucking guy back in, oh, he's definitely the op. Oh, 100%. Oh.
Their weekly status report dial-up is in just under 2 hours. We can't possibly get close enough to broadcast the message in time to stop them dialing.
I believe I can make modifications to the hyperdrive.
In order to achieve the speed necessary, it could burn out the drive.
Meaning we'd be stuck between galaxies.
Yeah, I know what it means, Doctor.
However,
it's worth it.
Shall I make the modifications, Colonel?
Go ahead. Turn us around.
Yeah, it's not like, we'll see. We know Kavanaugh's the type to be apprehensive and push back. So that's actually a really smart choice if they make it him.
Yes, just finishing data compression.
Stand by.
Standing by.
Who is the snake among us, quite literally?
Dr. Novak, what's your status?
Almost in range, sir.
Can't be Novak, that's gang.
We're not gonna make it.
Nice.
Compression's complete, we're good to go.
All right, then. Dial the gate.
No, no, chill. Rodney is the GOAT!
We need to disconnect the ZPM.
Holy smokes! Right at the end.
As of this moment, all gate activity should be suspended. How many off-world teams do we have out there?
Just Zelenka and his team on M7G677.
Is the Daedalus still in range to relay a data transmission back to SGC?
Yes, they are holding a position that keeps them in range of both Earth and us.
Damn, so
give us a little
close.
more than just...
Maybe the Trust thinks this is the only way to make sure the Wraith don't get...
Wow, look at that. Look, guys, look at this. This is an ancient artifact right here. The original Nintendo DS. Look at that thing. My goodness.
It's drastic but effective.
What's worse?
What's a Goa'uld?
A slimy, snake-like alien creature burrows into people's heads and takes control of their bodies.
That doesn't sound pleasant.
And get
Damn. Not that long ago, I wouldn't have imagined SG stories without the Goa'uld.
Ask Colonel Caldwell to return to Atlantis to assist with the investigation.
Whoa. If the Daedalus returns here, then you're effectively cutting off our communications with Earth.
The person who planted the bomb is on board. We're going to need to question them here. Have them reveal the location of the bomb and how to dismantle it.
Yep. I mean, that's gotta be stressful. Like, I think one of the perks of being in the Big P was that you wouldn't have to worry about the Goa'ulds.
Disconnecting. ZPM power now.
When you are done, I have made some turtle root soup.
You cooking?
Yes. I have been practicing.
You don't gotta come at her like that. Like, she's trying to save you.
Someday, I will be able to cook as well as you.
I want you to prepare them for the ring ceremony.
The whomst?
I'm dying, Taylor.
Forgive me, but what exactly is the ring ceremony?
Among our people, it is very rare for someone to die of natural causes.
Because of the Wraith?
True.
The ring ceremony celebrates such an event.
Is this like, what kind of ceremony is this? Like, does she go there like on her deathbed and they like get a ring and cut her head off like it's a movie, or what do we do?
It appears that the actual trigger, be it the gate itself or some other mechanism due to the dialing, is on their end.
All right, we're gonna have to get the chief of gates and dialing sequences.
Help us figure out what the trigger might be.
So what else can we do?
Chevron man, we are on high alert.
Expert, huh?
High temperature and energetic materials technology.
Colonel Shepard, how's it going?
Checking the East Pier power distribution centers. Still nothing.
Be advised, we got a second message relayed to us.
Why is it gate dialing?
It's dialing itself.
Why? Pull the plug? Guys, we're just sitting here. Let's get to moving. Guys, somebody pull the plug. Oh, inefficient power.
Whoever planted the bomb must have devised a program to upload itself and automatically dial the gate as backup in case the first dialing was halted.
Nice.
Very good thing you pulled the ZPM.
Yeah.
Oh no.
What is it?
You found it?
We just started broadcasting a distress beacon.
Turn it off.
I am.
Shit, no, the Wraith! Oh, this is bad.
It's too late. Damage is already done. The two Wraith cruisers I was monitoring, they're headed straight for Atlantis.
Holy smokes! That's a good ass pivot to making this episode even more interesting.
We'll need to cloak the city again.
But then in order to do that, you need the
I
ZPM.
wonder where the beacon came from.
Well, then we need a ruse.
Well, this is never gonna last. This is a temporary solution, right? They're gonna figure out some way, right? They're gonna make enough noise, meet enough people, and come back here, right?
You think our bomb guy did this?
Well, yes, it'd be easy for them to figure out that the Wraith were in the area. We've been tracking them for a while now.
Okay, why?
Well, maybe he wants to blow up the Wraith along with the city.
That doesn't make sense, though. That's it. It's insignificant.
Well, we don't have much time, so whatever the connection is, let's try to figure it out before the cruisers get here.
Yeah, I'm trying to get the ammo here.
I need to talk to you about Sharon.
What about her? What's going on?
I completed my tests.
She got like a day?
There are treatments and procedures I can administer to prolong her life.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Not sure I like the look on your face, Chief.
Sir, Atlantis requested they return to help with the bomb investigation.
I'll tell them no for the time being.
They already headed back. They're out of range. We have no way of communicating with them or Atlantis.
Yeah, it's not good. This genuinely might be my favorite Bond in the show in the past, like, 3 seasons. I love them so much. They're just boys, you know? Like, they definitely go out for drinks after work.
Any names, champ?
Thanksgivings, they're there together.
I hate this. Having to suspect one of our own.
Unfortunately, the list of suspects may not be limited to the Daedalus.
I don't know. Getting themselves blown up along with the city doesn't seem part of their MO.
All it takes is one not to be talked into it.
What about Lieutenant Cabin?
What?
Hear me out. She's an explosives expert. When the distress beacon started,
She's one of the most trusted officers in my command. Not to mention the fact that she was stuck in your head for some time.
Well, maybe she was brainwashed, huh? The Goa'uld are very clever when it comes to things like manipulating.
Dr. Weir.
I hear some cap in the room.
All crew and civilian passengers have been confined to their quarters until I have a chance to talk to each of them separately.
Colonel, this investigation falls under Atlantis jurisdiction.
Oh, here we go with the beef.
One of the people aboard my ship may be an operative of the Trust.
Yes. And the sooner I figure out who that is, the better for all of us.
You think I did it?
Yes.
Relax, Doctor. You're just one of many people I'm questioning.
I'm pretty sure mine's the first name on what is probably a very short list.
Shortly after the siege, you couldn't wait to leave Atlantis. Your second tour lasted 3 weeks, and suddenly you asked to leave again.
Because working conditions became intolerable for me here. I have no friends here.
Given the circumstances, can you not see how such behavior might arouse suspicion?
Your suspicion, sure. Seeing that you never cared for me,
Yep.
nor valued the talents I brought to this expedition.
Yep.
My personal feelings towards you, no matter what they may be, have nothing to do with this.
She's like a teacher who doesn't fuck with the student.
You're driven by emotion, not reason.
Oh my god.
That's why I've always felt you're not capable of doing this job.
Yo, we're
You don't
shooting
have
shots.
If I remember correctly, you were the one who wanted to, what was it, run and hide?
And at the time, I was right. There's no need for the Trust to blow it up when Dr. Weir is at the helm.
Holy smokes, he's not holding back.
Dr. Beckett said he can help you. Give you something to make you feel better.
I welcome this. This is not to be feared.
You are all I have left.
She wants to go, she wants to go.
I was just doing my job. I couldn't have cared less when we left. But I care about my job. I just didn't...
Have you noticed any crew members change in behavior the last few weeks? The ponytailed guy, Dr. Kavanaugh, he was always hanging around, looking over his shoulder, poking through computers. I don't know the guy. He could be a great person. I mean, who am I to judge, you know? I'll just shut up.
But why be nervous if you're not guilty?
What have you found?
Guess what? Turns out there's no bomb after all.
What?
No actual explosive device. The explosion will come, but from somewhere else. Now,
it's this guy.
As you know, a zero-point module controls the flow of massive amounts of power.
Like a dam.
You overload the dam, it breaks, which is why the ancients put in place fail-safes to prevent such a thing from happening.
Like a spillway.
Can we just stick with fail-safes? Trust operative figured out a way to rewrite Atlantis' operating system and disable the fail-safes, but mask it in such a way that the city sensors didn't detect it. We're talking catastrophic overload. And the explosion would destroy not just the city, but most likely the entire planet.
Jesus Christ.
Whoever it was who did this anticipated the possibility that it would be discovered, and they put in place a code to block access to it. Any number of systems can be used in conjunction with each other to overload the ZPM.
And we can't disconnect the ZPM because we need the cloak for when the Wraith cruisers arrive.
Bingo. And that is how the Wraith coming to Atlantis is connected to detonating the bomb.
Figured that out pretty quick.
Disabling the fail-safes, well, that takes someone with incredible intelligence.
You mean like Dr. McKay?
And also someone
Nah, we're coming at Kavanaugh a little too hard.
But isn't Dr. Zelenka currently stuck off-world somewhere? Why isn't he a suspect?
Our list of suspects isn't open for discussion. It seems that you sent 3 unauthorized encoded messages back to Atlantis shortly after the dialing was halted. Now, the messages were encrypted, but don't worry, I've got people deciphering them right now.
What do you want from me?
I want the access code. And since I don't have the time to wait anymore, I'll just have to decide the quickest way to get it from you.
Like what?
Could the cloaking cause the ZPM to overload?
Yes, but I can turn off some of the systems to keep the power level short of an overload.
You know what's funny? Rodney is quite literally just like the magic character. Anything that happens, he can solve. And typically when I'm watching something and that happens, it kind of gets annoying. But for Rodney, it just is it's okay. You know? Does that make any sense? Like, it makes sense. Like, he comes across so genuine in being himself.
Why was Charon moved in here?
So I could keep a closer eye on her, tend to her if needed?
I told you she does not wish for any treatment. You may keep her here to make her comfortable, but if the time comes, as much as it pains both of us, we must not interfere.
If he does know the code, I highly doubt he's going to just give it to us.
Oh, God.
With him. I'll get it out of him.
Look, I hate Kavanaugh as much as the next guy, probably even more, but
can't be him.
We need to be sure about this.
I agree.
We don't have time to debate morality. Unfortunately, sometimes you have to do unpleasant things to save lives.
Let's get this bread, I guess. Wouldn't it also have to be somebody who wasn't here in season 1 and only came during season 2 when the Daedalus arrived? No, maybe. Probably not.
I noticed a gap in one of the data stream sequences from several weeks ago. It's probably nothing, but I thought it might indicate
a deletion point. Elizabeth.
Yes, Rodney?
Cruisers are getting closer. I think it's time to reconnect the ZPM.
The Z is in.
Switching to ZPM power. Now. So far, ZPM levels are holding below overload. Huh. I think we're gonna be okay.
Don't fuck up with the ceremony like you always do.
They're here. 2 Wraith cruisers just outside our atmosphere.
So far, they're not behaving in a way that would indicate they're aware of us.
the city's inertial dampeners just began powering up.
What?
I'm trying to shut
Oh,
it down, but
God.
it's requiring that code.
You get out of there. But that's not the worst part of it.
It'll overload the ZPM.
Way overloaded.
Oh, God.
How soon before that happens?
30 minutes at the most, and this city will be vaporized.
Yikes. I do rate this episode. The way that they continually escalate it,
Initiate some evacuation plans.
the threat and make it work.
Do the Daedalus, and we can't use the Stargate.
It's pretty solid.
We can't go to the mainland.
I agree. We fit as many people aboard the ship as we possibly can.
There is nowhere near enough room.
What about another planet? There's one nearby in this solar system. Remember the one we found the crash Wraith cruiser?
And we could use the puddle jumpers to ferry the rest of the people.
The quickest thing to do is get the code. Just let me in with Kavanaugh. I'll get it from him.
I mean, to be fair, oh, she said fuck it. They've only been interrogating this man, practically, right? Like, what about the other suspects? Like, why don't you just press all of them equally hard? Doesn't seem like a good use of our time.
Taylor, what are you doing?
We are about to begin the ring ceremony according to Charon's wishes.
Bro, you know this place is about to blow up. We're all gonna need a ring.
Yo, a little close, don't you think?
Yeah, don't we have priorities?
I made a promise to Sharon.
Oh, it's a music video? I can't imagine Beckett standing there like, we're totally not going to be blowing up this whole city in about 15 minutes. This is an odd choice.
ZPM overload in 10 minutes.
Dr. Weir, Rodney, I found something.
I don't know. I just don't think I'm great with musicals, but this is kind of meh.
Stop!
What?
What do you do to him? Nothing. He fainted before I could touch him.
Doctor, we're ready to go. We'll meet you at the rendezvous site.
No way. Shut up. Shut up. Not my boy.
Lieutenant Cadman discovered a gap in the system command logs that indicated 2 deletion points which she and
We don't have time for this.
Your identification code was used to access this city's operating system.
This is kinda
then brought
hectic.
it back here and uploaded it into the Atlantis computers.
Think that I'm working for the Trust?
You know you're working for the Trust.
No! No!
I will never give you that code.
Holy smokes.
I warn you, as a Goa'uld, I now possess the strength of many men.
Won't be a fair fight then.
I can't believe what I'm watching right now. Steven!
Colonel.
Severed.
Holy smokes, that actually
Access code.
threw me for a loop.
Hermes is going to attempt to remove the Goa'uld from Colonel Caldwell using Asgard beaming technology.
Nice.
Quite remarkable, actually.
And complicated. Hey! Look who's back! Mr. Mom!
Yo, he's 6'9".
Do not even speak to me.
That is so good.
I crossed a line, John, with Kavanaugh.
You did what you had to do.
Here we are, gloating about the infighting among the Wraith. How are we any different?
John says, "You ain't sucking me yet."
Bruh, chill.
And that was my reaction video to Stargate Atlantis, season number 2, episode number 13. And I gotta say, Critical Mass, probably my top 3 favorite episodes in season 2, and maybe even the series as a whole. This was a really fun episode, and while I wasn't the biggest fan of Taylor hitting those high notes, I was a particularly big fan of the general plot, story, and just sort of the crossover nature to this. My water! Oh, no! That's not the biggest deal. It happens. Anyway, but yeah, I thought this episode was really dope. The crossover nature to this one, having the SGC and the and the Big P intersect with the threat of a bomb. The Trust obviously has been an ongoing threat that's been escalating over the past few seasons now, and have them in Atlantis was particularly fun and interesting. And I thought that the way that they kept just escalating the threat level throughout this episode was excellently executed, so seamlessly done, and I thought they just kept making the threat levels that much more entertaining as new information was being revealed. So I thought the pacing was pretty fantastic this episode, not to mention enjoyable and just entertaining there. I loved the idea of just Ronan popping in like, if you want me to talk with them, I will, right? Like, I thought that was a lot of fun. It's like the inside joke, like everybody fucking hates Kavanaugh, the audience hates him, the show characters hate him, so he was obviously like the character you expect to be the person to be the snake. Turns out it wasn't him, and it was actually our boy Steven C. That was, Caldwell, that was just a genuinely surprising reveal that just was the icing on the top for an overall entertaining, engaging, fun, and high-stakes episode of Stargate Atlantis. I also enjoyed some of the banter there between Rodney and our bomb expert. Not to mention, we also got to have, I guess, like a subplot of Taylor and her sort of grandma character. That was an okay story, honestly. Like, the only thing that I got out of that is that now Taylor is, I guess, taking more of a leadership role within the community, but as well made for a kind of cool montage sequence towards that climax that sort of meshed well with that reveal. So overall, guys, I actually thought this was a very entertaining, fun, and well put together episode of Stargate Atlantis. Also, Also, we had Zelenka looking like 6'9", so I think that's a thumbs up for me. But guys, what did you think about this episode? I would love to hear your thoughts in the comment section down below. As always, if you enjoyed this, definitely be sure to smack the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. But with that being said, beautiful people, I will see you all in the next one. So we're going to be watching 2X14 and 9X14 this week. Love you guys, and I'll see you in the next ones.